Welcome to Old Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al. Did Sierra Leone screw Forever Young in the Kentucky Derby? We're going to take a close look at the finish of this race, the Kentucky Derby. And by the time this video is over, you might see this race, the conclusion, what transpired in a different light. Who's to blame here? Now, this stems off of a previous video that I did Sierra Leone get screwed in the Belmont Stakes? And I took a very close look at the finish of that race, and I got tremendous responses to that video. People commented. I'll put a link to that video down below. And that's what we're going to do here today. Now, off this Kentucky Derby, Tyler Gaffalione came off looking bad. Chad Brown really didn't make too many excuses, but he did sprinkle some in here and there about the finish of that race. And then after the Belmont Stakes, some people complain that Chad Brown is full of excuses. They're speed bias tracks. Okay, there's no doubt about that. Some of these races have favored early speed. And Sierra Leone, Tyler Gaffalione, Brown, they've kind of come off as the whipping boys of the Triple Crown Series. Tyler Gaffalione, of course, gets kicked off Sierra Leone for Flavien Prat, and that didn't really work out as Prat got out of the gate slow. But in that race, if you take a look at it, Sierra Leone was the one that was interfered with for most of the race, including from the very beginning. So you may want to take a look at that video and see what I see, what the naked eye sees from an unbiased eye. I'm not a Sierra Leone fan, but the horse has been gaining my admiration after a couple of defeats. I didn't even have him on top. I had Fierceness on top alone in the Kentucky Derby. But in the last race, I liked Sierra Leone in the Belmont Stakes. But let's take a look at this race. Let's see what actually transpired from the top of the stretch where everything started to go haywire in this really exciting Belmont Stakes. So we're going to go to it. We're going to break it down off the video here. Let's get started. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. Okay, you can see they're coming off the turn here. And we're going to back it up again in just a minute. Okay, so we see the two horses here. They're 4 or 5 wide. I imagine it's these two on the left, but let's just see how they come off that turn. Okay, Mystic Dan is, of course, is on top. And we got Forever Young here towards the center of the track, and the white here with the green helmet is Sierra Leone. So let's take a look at this for a second. Now, at this point, they haven't made contact. And what do we see taking place here? They're actually coming down the outside. Okay, so let's back it up a little bit again. Oh, ouch. Did you see that? Whoa! It appears, look at this. It appears with the pink, it actually appears that Forever Young is the first one to cut into Sierra Leone. You can see him on the outside. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess running 6th, 7th at that time. So the first contact is made by Forever Young. Interesting. Whose fault is that exactly? It looks like the Japanese jockey actually lost control of Forever Young there for a second, and he veers in. And you can see Sierra Leone's head is knocked off to the right. But let's continue. Here, Forever Young is still pointing to the right into Sierra Leone. Now, this doesn't help Sierra Leone's case. Certainly does. Keep in mind he lost by a nose. And usually when he swings off the turn, that's when he starts motoring with his move. So Sierra Leone is clearly impeded here at this case. A couple of bumps here from Forever Young. Let's go on. Forever Young continues to be pointing to the right. Let's continue here. Let's look at this a little further. This very interesting. I haven't heard much talk about this initial contact in the stretch from racing fans, and I'm wondering if a lot of fans or a lot of viewers have even seen this race or seen this video or taken a closer look. Maybe they just read the paper and they hear about Tyler Gaffalione. He has this famous move with the hand coming out, but let's talk about that in a second. Okay, so there's two bumps there. Tyler, still going on out there. Now Sierra Leone does come in after the fact and lugs in and makes his first initial contact, making first contact with Forever Young. And as you can see, Sierra Leone had been knocked off his stride a little bit coming for home by the first contacts from Forever Young, and now he's actually behind by a head. All right, we go on. Now Sierra Leone gets rolling again. And you can see Tyler's hand is out at this point. He's come in a little, but it's very tight coming down to the wire here. Now they seem to have straightened out. And it looks like Forever Young is starting to veer a little bit again. Now Sierra Leone has regained his stride and begins to inch away from Forever Young. In a very tight finish, one of the great finishes. Let's look at it again in just in regular speed without stopping it. You could always go back and look at the analysis here. They come off the turn, are outside, boom, 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 Forever Young. That's 3 hits right there. Now Sierra Leone fights back and doesn't hit him. So what is my take of this? And I want to look at this picture because Tyler Gaffalione did get crucified for sticking his hand out. And I'm going to show that picture here. I'll remove this from the screen. And you can see that right below. And if you're looking at this, you could see that Forever Young is pointing inwards at Sierra Leone. And at this point, this is probably after the third bump or so, Tyler's like, get the hell off me, man. I'm trying to just come for home here. Now, that's not a good look, though. That's not a good look. The hand, pushing him away. That hurts his cause. Tyler, how much is he to blame? Should he have been taken off the horse? Well, this doesn't look good. This is not a good look. And he's going to get crucified for that because that's at the end of the race, and that's what a lot of people just focus on, that shot right there. They don't focus on what took place before that shot where Forever Young was making a right turn, basically, into Sierra Leone and impeding his progress. The two horses ran very similar races, coming from the back. Both are tremendous talents. I'm not going to, you can't get away from that. But whose fault? Did Sierra Leone screw Forever Young in the Kentucky Derby? very close to call. I see that Forever Young made the first initial contacts. I see that Sierra Leone did come in a couple times near the end of the race, and this hand job here, this arm out, that definitely hurts his cause. It's almost like that was racing down the stretch there. You know, both horses were somewhat in the wrong. Tyler, should he have been kicked off the horse? We never got a definitive answer from Chad Brown of why he exactly removed him from Sierra Leone. I certainly don't think Forever Young was going to win this race. Did Sierra Leone screw Forever Young? No, he wasn't going to win. Sierra Leone regained his momentum once he got clear from Forever Young, and I think this ride, if anything, it's either Tyler Gaffalione screwed Sierra Leone. I don't believe Sierra Leone screwed Forever Young. Now, if they wanted to do something with the hand push, it looks like he was just trying to get him off of him because he kept veering in to the right. And then, of course, Sierra Leone did lug in at the end, which didn't help his cause at all. So is that Tyler Gaffalione's fault? I almost would have to say Tyler Gaffalione screwed Sierra Leone in this race. And I know Sierra Leone, after the Kentucky Derby, only had 2 losses, and both of them by a nose. What do you think? Leave it in the comments area below after taking a closer look at this. And you may want to look at this again. And I'll also put the link to the video below. Did Sierra Leone get screwed in the Belmont Stakes? And you might see that race in a different light as well. What's going to happen going forward with these two? I believe they will face each other again, most likely in the Breeders' Cup. So what do you think? Did Sierra Leone screw Forever Young in the Kentucky Derby? Let us know. Thanks for watching.